If you look around yourself, everything that was man-made was really just a thought in someone's mind. Think about it. Thoughts are so powerful. Yet we put them on the side and prioritize doing and taking action instead of thinking. So I really want to share with you today how you can master your thoughts so they don't have any more power over you, but you have rather power over them. Because actions really are just a reflection of what you think and what you feel. So let's jump to this in this video. Hi everyone guys, my name is Mike and welcome back to my channel Game of Reality. In today's video we are going to be talking about how you can become a master of your thoughts. Because once you master your thoughts, you master what you see around yourself and you master what kind of action you take and the results that you see. So let's dive into it right now. Step number one is to actually become observer of your thought. You need to monitor your thought. If you want to change something, you need to know what are you changing and why are you changing it. And it would be great if we can monitor every single thought that we have during the day, but it's almost impossible because on average, we have between 12,000 and 60,000 thoughts during a day, which is a huge amount. And you can know for yourself that your thoughts sometimes don't even correlate to each other and you're shifting from one place to another. So it's very hard to monitor what kind of thoughts you have and if they are positive or negative. But the great part about this is that any kind of thought that you have generate feelings and emotions. So if you are thinking a positive and good empowering thoughts, something creative that actually drives you towards it, you will have a corresponding feelings and emotions. And again, if you have a negative thoughts, a limiting and something is not right, you will have a corresponding emotion with it. You will feel down and you will feel a little bit not well in your skin. And same goes for a neutral thought. If the thought has no effect whatsoever on you, you will feel neutral about it. So really the key to this is to monitor your thoughts. It's hard to monitor single thoughts, but it's very easy to monitor how you feel. So once you notice that your emotions are not on the point, that you don't feel happy or empowered, it's time to give your attention to what you actually think. So this is the first step. Through your emotion, monitor what are your thoughts. So step number two is a detachment. It's a very important part of it. So how do you become detached of your thoughts? It's pretty simple. When you notice through your feelings and emotions that your thoughts are not all right, and you identify these kind of thoughts and you know what they are, you just observe them. You just let them be there and even acknowledge them. You don't want to try to fight them. Just let them be. Really, let them be for a second and be okay with it. It's not always about changing the subject of your thought, but it's also how you react to those thoughts. Because if you react to them with, oh, why do I think this? I should not be thinking this. It means that you are attached to it. But whenever you start to observe things, they will just disappear because you are looking at them, you are not looking as them. You are looking at it, you are not looking as it. To prove my point, don't think about a pink elephant. All you can do is think about pink elephant because whatever you resist, just persist. So really the key is here the observation without judgment, an acknowledgement of whatever is and be okay with it. Because if you're okay with it, has those thoughts, they don't longer have any power over you. You just notice by observing them that you are not your thoughts and you have the thoughts. And that's a big difference. So that's step number two, detachment through observation and peaceful reaction and acknowledgement of them. Let's go now to the step number three, which is a creation of a new thought. Once you observe these thoughts in a step two and become more detached of them, there is a more space within. There is more emptiness within you, which is a good thing because there is a more energy available for you to create something new. Instead of fighting to whatever you have and whatever is, you have more energy available and more space available to create what you prefer. So in this step, once you are detached and you are done with observing and no longer identified to whatever it is, It's time for you to create a new thought. Formulate a new thought that is actually going to be serving you. And how do you know if the thought is right? By how you feel about the thought. Sometimes we try to create thoughts that have no emotion to us whatsoever. So let's say, oh, I'm going to make this work. And it will feel not right. You will feel, this is not the right feeling. Then you will create a new thought that will be something along the lines, oh, I will make this month whatever I promised to do. And again, then we meet neutral feeling. But if you keep going and you will formulating these new thoughts, one of those thoughts will feel a little bit better. The emotion of the thought will have a different nature to one of those previous ones. And once you have the positive emotional response with that thought, you know that you're on the right way. So choose these thoughts, because once you choose it, more of the thoughts will come. Same in the example here. More of the thoughts of the similar nature and more of the emotion that are corresponding to those thoughts. And now to the step number 4, which is a bonus step. And the step is about attaching here. So as in the step, you became detached from it, become attached to those thoughts. You no longer look at the thoughts that you have, but look as the thoughts that you have. Become on emotional level, identify with them. Become the thought, be happy about it, and reinforce it even furthermore. Because if you are able to do this step, those thoughts will integrate within you and they will convert into the beliefs. And once you have beliefs, you will start looking for confirmation on the outside world. So the attachment is the ideal way how you can create a belief. Okay, so this was a step number 4. So to quickly recap what we were talking about today and how you can become master of your thoughts and they lose control over you is by first monitoring whatever feelings you have. We know it's hard to monitor thoughts, so you monitor feelings. If you feel good, if you feel encouraged and positive, just let it be. Be attached to it, be identified with it. If you notice that your emotions and feelings are maybe neutral or negative, it's time to give them attention and know what's happening. Once you know what kind of thoughts are the ones that are bothering you, it's time to just observe them and watch them and let them be and acknowledge them. Once you do that, you are no longer them. You are observing them and they are them. You are no longer your thought, you have a thought. So that's step number 2. Step number 3, from this, there is created an emptiness and space and energy available to formulate a new thought. So you create your new thought. You will try a few times to formulate the thought. Once you know that the thought is right, it's when there is an emotional response with it, when there is a positive emotional response. Once you find that response, you choose it as your thought that you want to have. Step number 4, which is a bonus step, you identify with the thought. Again, you are not looking at it, but looking as it. This single exercise has the potential to raise your energy level to new heights. So don't underestimate it and try it for yourself. Now I will gladly repeat myself. It's not about how much worry